All right, Chairson, we appreciate that. And Chairson was referring to the 6 separate fires that have been set on the WSU campus. So we'll have much more on that, and actually an update. I just talked to the WSU Police Department, and they plan to release a statement here probably in the next 30 minutes.
Roads right now. We're going to talk live with Spokane Police on these wrecks in just a minute.
Yeah, it's been a mess. Well, it hasn't been this cold in Spokane this time of year for, listen to this, 115 years. The National Weather Service says the 39-degree high temperature yesterday breaks the old record at 42 degrees. That was set back in 1893. Are you kidding me?
Man, it's just cold. That's the bottom line.
Yes.
It's cold and snowing. It looks like winter. Mark Peterson has a look at your True View forecast for today.
All right, tell you what, you guys brought me back into a thing I was going to do a little later on, but let's talk about cold, shall we? Mike Kalai, pay attention, because here we go. Fresh from the National Weather Service, looking at, since records were kept in the 1800s, this is the coldest average temperature Wenatchee has ever had. It's the second coldest that Lewiston and Spokane have ever had this winter. So you look at the average temperatures day and night across the boards. If you say this is a colder year than you remember, you're absolutely correct. So fresh right out of the computer. All right, now let's take a look at what we have for the snowfall. We did have it move through. It's starting to move north of Spokane, move north of Coeur d'Alene, and take, again, its toll on the roadways there. We still have wet and freezing road conditions to the south on 195, on 2 into the West Plains. The West Plains have just been hammered this winter with all the drifting and everything that they had about a month ago, and now all this. Here's what we've got for snow advisory. To the north, also into the east, we'll continue to see the Coeur d'Alene, Spokane area get some flurries, some heavier flurries. It doesn't take much before we have the slippery roads. Freeze warning still in effect in the Pasco Tri-Cities area all the way into Walla Walla. So please use caution as you travel just about everywhere you go. The potential for slippery roads is there within our area. 29 as we wake up and head out the door. Very cold. We're going to warm up into the 30s. Yeah, wave a flag at that. 35 degrees. We'll cap off our day at about 43. That's very optimistic on my part, but I think we're going to get there. After yesterday's 39, setting the record of the record high min, then things are looking pretty good. We'll continue to keep track of what's happening with this system, this little low, and the energy, and what's coming up next. That's coming up in just a little bit.
All right, Mark, thank you.
Appreciate that. The time is 6:06. We're going to check your traffic with Officer Teresa Fuller. Sounds like it's a mess out there, Officer.
Yes, it is. I'm to the point now, I'm just going to say multiple collisions westbound I-90 from the Sunset Hill all the way to Grove Road. It is a disaster. So please give emergency crews room to work. Slow down. Take your time if you're headed that direction. Like Mark said, it's just going to be slow going this morning with the freezing temperatures and the snow that we're getting. Also, another 2-car head-on collision I'm seeing right now between Police
Sergeant Reuben Harris says he saw 2 men running from the area after the 3rd fire. Apparently, they caught up with one of these gentlemen, and they've taken into custody 21-year-old David Patrick Minor. He's being held on investigation of obstructing police. He's also under investigation for those fires. So that is the very latest. If you have no idea what we're talking about, 6 separate fires have been set in Pullman this morning. Started at 12:45, 3 at the Stevenson Dorm, 1 at the Fine Arts Museum, and 1 in Science Library. Final one, Kimbrough Hall. So it's been a crazy morning.
We have a reporter